And he actually posted from a verified account. Let me see if I got it here. He actually posted from a verified account on Facebook and asking, can I buy Facebook? So that's how you fight, man. These guys buying up this stuff, these people that have been silencing us and stuff like that, these corporations, these media companies. And if you got enough money, buy them out and take it over, and shut it down. That's how you win it, So today's video, we're going to be talking about the Chinese Communist Party, something they're doing that's very, very scary. And if you're not a believer, it should definitely make you start questioning things. The Chinese Communist Party, Chinese ruling regime, when you say China, we're talking typically about the Chinese Communist Party, not just every person in China. The ruling regime, they've actually been on a mission for the past few years to rewrite the Bible. It's kind of been not spoken about. You hadn't heard about it, but they're trying to rewrite it through a communist lens. The quest has, basically trying to distort the scripture and gospel truth. And you may think, well, why does this play in effect? Well, this plays in effect because a lot of things, one being a lot of things we see outlined in the Bible anyway, Revelation. So to a lot of non-believers, if you don't believe, but you see the Communist Chinese Party actually taking steps to fight against or combat against Christianity, that should also be a big indicator. There may be some truth to the Bible, right? This is a project that they announced in 2019. Yeah. Well, they have also been caught for organ harvesting. We'll talk about that in a second. At the time, they said it would be a 10-year process because obviously the Bible is a very large group of text, and they want to make tons of changes to it. And they said that it would also include Confucius and Buddhism principles, among many others in the Bible. They said that this new translation would really support the Communist Party. They plan to update it and keep pace with the times, right? If they're truly trying to keep pace with the times, they'd keep pace with mob mentality. But what they mean is that they're going to include core socialist values in it, right? Because obviously they realize religion is very strong. You see religious cults and things like that, and people have, exploited religion over them, since the beginning for their own, reasons. This will basically just remove any passages that do not reflect China's communist values and beliefs. Like, so example one, thanks, CA West. So appreciate you, man. So one thing is that just talk about one of the passages from John 8 that would be revised in the new version. Welcome, Buckeye Patriot, being a member. Let me show you. So John 8, it talks about that I neither condemn you, and Jesus declared, go now and leave your life of sin. So basically, Jesus rolled up. The Pharisees were about to stone a lady, and Jesus said, he without sin cast the first stone. He gets down and draws something on the sand. They run away. With the new text is will actually say that Jesus stoned the woman himself, and he told the lady that I'm also a sinner, right? So that's very significantly different than what the gospel says, right? Kenneth Dunlap, member here, appreciate it, man. We're trying out this new thing, got this new system, so we can kind of put up some of your guys's, all of our tribe member stuff, the guys that are part of our tribe. And if you're not part of a tribe, you can go join at the link below in the comments. So The only way you can get a Bible in China, if you don't know, other than those being smuggled, is to actually go to the church, and the church they have to be registered through the Chinese government. So they're almost like registered, like how you talk about weapons being registered. So it's one of those things where people are kind of on a list, right? Thanks, Kenneth Dunlap. Appreciate you, man. So anyway, so essentially they're co-opting Christianity and using it for communist purposes. They're trying to basically get more people involved in communism through Christianity. So they also removed all images of Jesus. Now, we don't really know the image of Jesus, but they removed the images of Jesus in the churches and put President Xi's photos up, right? They've quit singing Christian hymns, and they're singing communist Chinese anthems, party anthems, right? Yeah, so Medium's asking, does China allow Bibles? Yes, only ones sanctioned through churches sanctioned by the Communist Chinese Party, and they're registered, right? So they know where each one of them are. So, and that Bible is actually a revised version as well. Now, people do smuggle Bibles in, and we'll kind of talk about that in a second. But one of the things is that in Revelation, man, it talks about that if any man shall add or take away to the Bible, and bad things are going to happen to you. So this isn't just something that's, and you can see the verse here, Revelation 22:18. You can see this here where that this is in the Bible, in Revelation, talking about end times, and it's there. So they knew from the get-go that it was going to be it was going to be used, right? So the thing is that the most troubling thing about this is that the New Bible Version becomes dangerous because it's the only official available version of Scripture in strictly controlled, government-ran church system. So again, like I said, most areas, rural areas, you can't even get a Bible. It's only in the cities. So Reaper Militia is saying they've been doing this for 1,000 years. Some people may have, but the problem with this is that people are not doing this on a scale of this nature, where they're hijacking a Bible for communist or purposes, or changing how Jesus is being portrayed in the Bible, right? But there are groups that do smuggle Bibles in. I'll put their link up here. Voice of the Martyrs, they actually smuggle Bibles in. We've given to these people before. They're a good group of people and participate in some of those things. I'm writing it up now, so just give me a second. So Voice of the Martyrs, persecution.com, you can go to them and add and donate to them. So yeah, keep those people in your prayers, man. But a few days ago too, I posted a video being in the grocery store, and it was a shorts video. There was literally no milk in the grocery store, just some whole milk, but not a lot. And I keep saying this, there was no meat. I should have took a video, but I was already halfway through the store. I keep saying this about the food. It's going to be a scarce thing. This is serious. This isn't a joke. And hence why, we're telling you guys this. A lot of people still don't believe it. Even in the short video, they're like, this is not real. It's not in my area. Well, I hadn't reached your area yet, but it will. You may live in a more rural area. Bigger cities will obviously get hit first, just like they always do. The UN even said today that higher food prices from Ukraine will push up 47 million people into acute hunger. So deathly at a deathly scale, like it's going to kill people. And could it be they're pushing this on purpose? Probably. And even if they don't, they're going to hijack it for their own causes, just like they did the COVID-19, right? The COVID-19, obviously was a real sickness, but they hijacked it to control people, control narratives, to try to help with politics. Because every time you bring up COVID-19, people say, "Why are you bringing up politics?" Right? It's not politics. It shouldn't be, but that's what it is. That's how the government played us with it. Even maybe a few months back, 6 months ago, I did a video called "The CDC Targeting Marines and Navy SEALs." That video was hit by YouTube, right? And so today, I mean, it's been 6 months. That video got released from YouTube, saying it was okay to advertise, because the narrative's over with that, right? Then we got new narratives, the pedophiles, and that sort of thing. Because that video got hit, the pedophile video we did the other day, the live we did where we were talking about schools and importance of being in your kid's life. They hit that video. What's the problem with that? Because that'll be the next on the agenda. Just like everything is being used by them, but like the Ukraine war, these COOF, every time you turn around, they're going to hijack any cause they can and use it for political reasons. To me, it's mind-boggling that people even follow this stuff anymore. Like, I see people still wearing masks. Like, it was a tool of oppression. Fauci even said that from the get-go that it was not, beneficial to wear one. Out of the gate, he said that. He also said 10 years before that the best vaccine was having the virus. He's on film saying that. But yet people still believe this. It's mind-boggling that people will fall for oppression. So if you ever think or question that, will the masses conform? They absolutely will. If you ever wonder how did Nazi Germany happen, because people will conform. They'll conform. And the same people that were anti-government are now the most pro-government people you've ever seen. Look at all these rock stars, these crusty, played out rock stars that were there, anti-government, Rage Against Machine, pushing for vax passports at their concerts and things. Who's even going to go see them in concert anymore? So, if you ever question it, that's why, man. People will follow. People always will. They'll always conform. They'll go along with whatever the big man says. Big man meaning government. Because people don't want to think for themselves. They want to drink their lattes, watch Dancing with the Stars, and just, whatever. See if you guys have any comments for me. Yeah, Jake, you got a good verse here, man. A lot of this stuff is biblical. Like the one world government is biblical. All these things are biblical. You see this in the Bible. If I had any question before now, it'd be totally gone. I mean, the evidence is in your face. Yeah, but the video that got hit the other day, when I was talking about schools trying to groom children, Disney, all these sort of things, the video got hit, and it's scary. Like, why would anyone have a problem with me talking against pedophiles? And I'm using that as a play on words, predator and pedophile combined. If you've never heard that before, but so if that's going to be the next on the agenda, be careful, guys, because I think it will. So we got to tuck firearms here. I always like these guys like this. What is the point of the Second Amendment? We are scared to use it. Go use it, man. It's there. No one's stopping you. You're the only one. Those people always come up on videos like saying, "Why don't you use your second? Why don't you use it? Go ahead, man. Nobody's stopping you." Ammo prices are up again. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to stop that one. This is the thing. It doesn't even matter, like, if it's politicians, corporations, they're going to play on these sort of things. Do you think they're ever going to let ammo prices go down to normal again when they can make a higher percentage? No, of course not. Of course not. Of course not. I appreciate it, Onair Baduna. He's got one of the FSF blades. It finally made it to you, I guess. It takes a long time to ship over there. Thanks. I appreciate you. Glad you like the blade, man. Start your own factory. Yeah. 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 I mean, guns will never come down, all that sort of stuff, man. So yeah, Reaper right here. You need more than one. That's correct. The problem is that you can't get 10 people to agree on anything. If you look at my comments of videos, like I was commenting with a guy the other day, and he was like, saying the same thing, that why don't we stand up? You got a big platform. Well, I got more haters in the conservative community than I do people that are loyal followers. So I might have 10 people, because the rest of these people are just haters. They follow you to hate on you, and they're supposed to be in your same group, right? That's why the country's doomed. I mean, that's why Joe Biden's president. We're $7 a gallon of gas and can't get milk. It's because, like I did that last video at the very end when I was talking about conservatives can't even get along. They can't even, think alike. And then you got, conservatives that bow down to the regime. Bruce Jenner's now on Fox News. I mean, conservative to me is people who believe in conservative values and trying to, keep those, the sanctity of that, and throwing it in the trash can, is just to try to stay cool with the mob. Appreciate you, man. Nicholas Brown, thank you. So I can't find any 10 millimeter. My opinion is, man, never ever 9 millimeter, 223, 12 gauge, and 308. Like if you're going outside those parameters, man, it's going to be hard, because you want to stick with the most universal ammo there is. I'm guessing you mean, do I have an alternate platform? Not really. I mean, we're on Rumble. You can go check us out there. The problem is people always say, why don't you go to Rumble? There's a few different reasons why. One, I got 2 strikes on Rumble after maybe 2 weeks of being on there. Whenever I was talking about Ashley Babbitt's murder, and I got 2 strikes. So you get 3 strikes, you get kicked off the platform. So if I get one more strike on that platform, I'm doomed. So if I spend any amount of time there, I'm going to get kicked off. The other thing is that Rumble is a pain in the behind to upload to. Number 3 is that's what the left wants you to do. They want you to go run off into your little cave and talk amongst yourself. Whereas on YouTube, I can talk to the masses. I can talk to liberals. We have liberals, former liberals, that were changed their opinion after watching, and they're loyal subscribers, they're loyal customers to our business, because they were previously liberals, and they flipped because they listened to our videos, and that's the goal. That's the goal. That's how we fight. Just like Elon Musk buying Twitter and trying to fix that. How we fight is not going to go sit in a cave and talking amongst each other, right? I'm not giving them any money to film videos. That'd be different if I was trying to give them money to film videos. I'm not giving them any money. So yeah, guys, been a little busy this week, as you can see, but I wanted to do a live because we usually do a few late nights, but I wanted to do some while you guys were here. While some of you guys weren't, awake. So obviously, food, we had that kit with Nutrient Survival, who I spent a lot of time with developing to make sure you got a healthy, something that's not going to change your hormones, like a lot of these soy-based foods that you get to store in your pantry, but stuff that you can depend on, that has a good macro breakdown and things like that. So anyway, guys, I don't want to keep you guys tied up anymore. I do appreciate you hanging out with me today. I guess it's almost 6 p.m. here my time. So I guess you guys are about to get ready for the weekend. Hope you enjoy that, man. And thanks for hanging out with me. And make sure you comment once the video is posted. If there's anything I missed out, I did not talk about the organ removal, that they've been basically harvesting organs. I forgot to do that. But I do appreciate you guys again. Make sure you leave a comment once the video posted. And always remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, and stay dangerous. Make sure you get your food too, guys. Do not play around. Get your food before it costs $100,000 to buy food. Anyhow, I do appreciate it. And hey, thanks for that super sticker, Ding Bat. Appreciate it. Anyhow, guys, as always, take care.